Hello and welcome to Centurion's Corner, and today we have a brand new package all the way over from China, and this time we have slightly a bigger box. So this one's going to be sort of separated into a couple of reviews. Mainly I've got the 187th Battalion that's in here, and then I also got the kind of heavy troopers from the 212th and 501st. It's kind of nice to see some of the 212th getting some love rather than 501st, and it's really nice to see from Aliexpress they're getting another clone battalion, even though Hasbro have actually launched 187th before. Well, a couple times. One was like a slightly sort of brown kind of reddish colour, which I didn't like. I never really picked up. I can't even remember if I picked up the unofficial one of those, to be honest with you. And they've done a 2-pack with the 187th as well in the purple. So we can actually get this through. So as you can see, it was in a nice robust box as usual. Very nicely packed. Slightly a little bit delayed on these guys. It was the Chinese New Year, so it got all the way to the airport and then sat there. Didn't move for a few days, so I think I would have got this earlier, but I think I still would have got it in the same week anyway, so not as bad as usual, because sometimes when Chinese New Year's happened, some things I have had it in the past have been delayed at least by a month anyway. So yeah, looking pretty cool. So we've got the 187th on this side, and then we've got the heavies on this side as well, all in their polythene bags. So I'm going to colour away now, and we're going to go into one or the other. 187th Battalion, and yeah, looking really nice here. We've got like a captain, he's got a karma and stuff on there, all in their polythene bags. We've got an ARF trooper as well, sort of like the phase 2 ones as well, the sort of like the chap chops on those ones, and then we've got a standard one as well. So yeah, straight away we've got a nice little 3-pack battalion, and with Mace Windu in the middle as well, it will make a really nice foursome for sure. So let's take a quick look at these guys before going away for a review. Let's open them all up and see what they've got, just for their first impressions. And yeah, I was kind of excited to see these on there. I was kind of like, oh, I really want to get these guys, and they've been really hitting it lately, especially with the heavies as well, which is originally was the heavy that I wanted, but they brought it out with the Neo helmet, and before that was the sort of like a Purge Trooper look helmet as well. So yeah, this guy's looking really nice. The purple looks great, really shows up on the camera on that. It looks really nice, and all those details as well. So yeah, looking pretty cool. He comes with like a rocket launcher, but we'll get into that a little bit later on. Maybe I'll give him a couple of other accessories. And then the ARF Trooper, again, cellophane bag. We can quickly pop this open and then have a ganders. Just have a quick look. These have the same sort of markings as well as the sort of Coruscant guards, you know, with the red, and I really like that kind of pattern as well. So yeah, these guys look really cool as well. Really, that purple, I think it looks absolutely fantastic. He comes with the same kind of blasters as usual, carbine and a rifle. And then we have the last but no means least, which is the standard grunt. And if I am correct as well, when I saw in the pictures, these had trigger fingers as well on both sides. So these are actually on the next phased up bodies as well, which I think is a sort of a better version than the Hasbro, because I think the Hasbro ones, I haven't got it myself, so I can't really comment, but I've heard that these a little bit better because of that articulation, the other ones on the older body. But yeah, again, that purple really shine off, looks really nice. So going away, put them for their paces. I'm not expecting anything different here, but we'll put them in some poses and see what they're capable of, and we'll see you in a moment. Been away, we're taking their pictures, and what can I say about these guys? Well, as you can tell, there's going to be nothing different compared to what we've reviewed on the channel many times over, apart from the new sort of phase 3 kind of body that we got. That's kind of new to the channel. But yeah, these guys, they look fantastic, and the colours really pop, and I love the uniform look that they have between each other as well. There's literally all exactly the same markings, the same kind of like legs, arms, etc. on that. So we don't have to fully go into a full kind of review here. They've all got exactly the same articulation, and most of them have the same accessories as well. So with the accessory wise, for the standard clone and the ARF Trooper, they both come with a nice sort of like carbine blaster here, as you can see. Same kind of detailings that we always had, all in the black glossy kind of plastic. Actually looks a bit more matted than it used to. It used to look like a really kind of glossy kind of thing there. So yeah, looking really nice. Got all the details there, which is great. And then the other one on this side, he has his little carbine. Again, good. Normally sometimes a little bit warped in the middle, maybe sort of pointing down or up at a couple of bits, but these are not too bad. So yeah, I've got hundreds and hundreds of these ones here, which it comes in handy because this guy only come with his rocket launcher. So we just move out of these guys at the moment and we can go through with this guy because he's like the most different on this one. So he actually has like the rocket launcher here, done in the sort of dark grey. I think we've had this a couple of times now from Aliexpress. Again, kind of an accessory that Hasbro have yet to give us in the sort of like a 6-inch line. I'm kind of sort of thinking about maybe there was a Stormtrooper, but again, it's a different design compared to the this bazooka here. So you've got the nice details on here. A little bit warped at the back there. Nothing like a little bit of heat won't sort of utilise. Shame there's no hole at the front. It's just like solid plastic. So it would be kind of nice to have a little bit in there, which kind of sort of differentiates the sort of frontal where the bazooka would come from rather than like a beam. On the inside there, we have got a few different kind of details, etc. And then you can bring his arm up, and because we've got this nice kind of rotation part of that upper bicep, you can really bring it over and get some sort of really nice sort of like aiming positions on it as well, which is really, really cool. And then what we do, we go through the articulation. This guy isn't probably the best for the articulation, that one, so we're going to bring this one on that side, and we are bringing the standard clone for this, taking his gun out. And then with the articulation wise for these guys, there's no loose parts as well. Like the older ones, they started getting a little bit loose, which I noticed about the other 187th Battalion. I did actually pick up a couple here, so we can actually compare these as we go through. But with the head wise, he can turn left, he can turn right, he can look down and up as well. We've got the upper neck movement in there and the lower neck movement at the bottom as well. So you've got a bit of tilt, and you can actually move that helmet around a bit more because it is removable. Yeah, it has got the white head of Tamara Morrison in the inside there. So sometimes it comes in a little bit handy if you want to get a more upper look with a removable helmet. You can get a little bit more range in there with a bit of blue tack, etc. Arm-wise, full rotation around up here, and it can come up to this far, and then you've got like the sort of butterfly joint in there as well, which is nice. And then we've got that rotation there at the upper bicep. We have a single elbow joint that comes up to 90, and then we've got rotation at the wrist, and it's also got a little bit of hinge on there as well with the trigger finger on both hands if you like to do so for dual wielding. Got a bit of tilt there in the sort of torso area. You can crunch forward, not so much, crunch a little bit back as well. Leg wise, up this far, forward and back. Rotation at the upper leg, rotation at the upper knee, or lower knee should I say, and then rotation downwards. Well, got a bend in the knee should I say, and then we got the rocker and the pivot at the ankle. So all in all, brand new body, brand new positionings and everything like that. So yeah, it increases the positions for posing and stuff as well, which is really, really nice. And yeah, just looking at that whole entire body, we'll go through this guy's body as well, and then we can go through the individual helmets and stuff for these guys. So starting at the helmet at the top there, we've got this really nice kind of sort of like the black trim and the imperial colours at the back, a nice purple as well on that kind of rim at the top there, and then moving around to the sides we've got this sort of like a kind of like a teal colour. I suppose it's like a sort of like a bit of a green. It feels like it's a little bit darker than these colours, but maybe because there's more of it, it is the same colour. So I kind of thought there was like a lighter lilac kind of colour rather than a different kind of blue, but yeah, it still matches really nicely on there. Nice silver at the front on that visor, silver on the teeth part as well, really clean. Even got the blue tube stripes on there. So yeah, there's a lot of paint application on the top there. On here it's all kind of that purple, slightly different purple on the shoulders, but I think that's because of the material, because this is like a soft rubber material and obviously been molded in that plastic, and this is painted. But yeah, again, looking nice. Got the sort of like that kind of dark blue on the side, and then down to the belt as well, which is all in purple. On the back, completely plain. Down to the legs, again, plain, not on the back, but you got this sort of like the shock trooper kind of insignia on the legs there. Straight stripe on the knee, and again, this is all completely molded in purple and looking really nice, like a really nice shiny on there, and looking really cool. So as I said, yeah, you got the Tamara Morrison head on the inside there, same as mold as always. Kind of wish the next upgrade now from Aliexpress is to kind of look at the phase 1 Fordo that come out. So this is all flesh coloured, So even if you don't want to paint it underneath, you've got a bit of a flesh colour on the inside, or ones that want to paint, you don't have to actually physically complete paint a full white head. You can just sort of like apply the eyes and stuff and the hair, which will be quite cool. So yeah, with that one we can move him out of the way. We're bringing the ARF Trooper. The only difference with this one and this one is that he has a different helmet, so we can take his gun out, and then looking at the ARF part on there. So this one is a little bit lighter blue on this part here, and then we got this sort of like the purple across the top of the ridge and that grey on the inside, purple around on his visor, and then you've got a little aerial there. It's kind of floppy on that part, but that's kind of it. A little bit grey at the top there. Again, helmet is removable. If you want to take this off, you can do so. A little bit tighter, a little bit different shape, but again, a Tamara Morrison head on the inside. But apart from that, he is exactly the same as the other trooper. And then last but no means least is the kind of captain or heavy gunner. It comes with the bazooka. I kind of like this guy to be a captain, especially where he's got this sort of rangefinder and stuff as well. So yeah, it's looking really cool. Again, exactly the same body mould, exactly the same sort of colours and stuff on his legs, etc. But he comes with the Kamara. No purple around on the outside, unfortunately. It's just all black. But he's got the purple belt all the way around, looking pretty cool with his little belt straps and the silver on the inside. Helmet wise, exactly the same as the Phase 2 kind of grunt guy, but he has got the rangefinder. It does bend down. It is a little bit warpy and a little bit kind of twisty, but a little bit of heat and it'll be okay. Or you could even take that off, and then you could like pop this off and then put it onto this guy, and then if you wanted, you could have like kind of two grunts, at sort of like if you want to sort of play around with the extra parts and stuff. And then I actually kind of thought, and doing this by putting this guy on there, and then putting this one this side, this guy this side, and then we got the ARF Trooper as well, with the sort of like Kamara, so he even looks more of a kind of like a captain kind of type. So yeah, I mean, it's up to you. You can play around these as much as you like and do whatever you want with them. It's entirely up to you. It's your kind of battalion, and they don't even sort of like have any names or anything, so you can give them yourself onto those parts. So we can put these guys to one side, and we can just bring in some extra characters here to compare them with. So first of all, we will compare them with Mace Windu on the side here. I did pick up the old Clone War one, you know, from the sort of like 2D one from long ago, but he turned into the Ninja Turtle kind of custom. I didn't really like the armor and stuff on there, so yeah, we got Mace Windu. I didn't pick up the other one either from the 2-pack, as I said at the beginning. The other 187th Battalion, I did pick up a couple of the other clone ones. So this is that horrible colour before, and it's not even like a nice white either. It's kind of like the brown is filtered in. So yeah, I don't really like these guys. I did pick up the others as well before, which is like the Purge Trooper. This one was sort of like Enoch as a sort of Purge Trooper. I kind of like it because I kind of feel like these could be sort of like Admiral Thrawn's kind of clone troopers rather than Mace Windu's. In my head canon, so they kind of went off and they helped him on espionages and sort of stuff like that, a bit like the sort of like the Coruscant Guard was for the Emperor and stuff. So yeah, looking pretty cool. And last but no means least, we can actually bring in one of my first sort of like customs from years ago, a Phase 2 187th Battalion in Phase 1, sorry, in the purple as well. So yeah, they now got a sort of a previous and then another one on the shelf, so to accompany him. But these ones, I used to love these guys. Like I used to think when the first kind of like Clone Trooper come out, I was just like, oh dear, like I don't like the new molds and all that, and this was like the ultimate mold to me. But yeah, looking back now, I don't know what I was thinking back then. Maybe I just a person that don't like change too much, but yeah, he's looking really cool. So thank you for joining me on this one. Don't forget, you can comment down below, you can subscribe, you can ding the bell, and follow me on Instagram. Let me know in the comments down below what you want to do with these guys, and does this give you an idea, swapping the parts around? Does it make you want to buy it? Because I know the price hike is getting a little bit kind of out of hand, that is for sure, because the official figures are putting me off buying them at that price. Why should I be buying a non sort of official product at that price. But then I do love the clones, so it pulls me a lot more, because I get more excited over the clones rather than a sort of another random goon or a child from Skeleton Crew. But yeah, I mean, we've got loads of accessories, these guys now, and I can play about as my heart's content. So thank you, and don't forget, join the channel, subscribe, and I'll see you soon.